Hey guys, and welcome back to Truth Bombs and Hot Flushes. I'm sitting down with Tanya, beautiful soul, a cancer survivor, and a woman who chose to take the road less traveled when it came to her healing. Instead of following traditional route, she leaned into a natural medicine, embraced veganism, and completely transformed her life. So, in this episode, she will be opening up about her journey, the challenges, the beauty of midlife, and the truth she's found on the other side. Get ready because Tanya's story is one that will inspire you to rethink what healing and living fully really mean. And again, guys, I'm here with my page. I'm in my 40s. No judgment. I am reading a bit. So, Tanya, welcome. So lovely to get to actually have you grounded for a moment so we can pick your brain. So tell us a bit more about you. Tell our listeners and our viewers.
There's a lot to tell, but we'll start with my name is Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
My name is Tanya. We'll all stand up, right? Name is Tanya. Very much the type of person that goes against the grain in everything that I do. Hate normal, hate following what society expects from me. Always do everything on the left-hand side of the government. Always champion for people that can't champion for themselves. Very inquisitive mind. I believe that we get to a stage in our life where we think that we can't learn. We learn every day.
Absolutely.
We have this brain that can learn every day. And at this age, we're actually absorbing it and we're enjoying it. Right?
That's it.
We can take it and we can move it into our lives. So I'm loving my 40s. I'm close to my 50s.
Yes.
And
Don't look at all. You're looking absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
I can't believe you have a 21-year-old. I'm just saying, but anyway.
Yeah, that's twice my size.
Yes,
Twice my
oh,
size.
golly.
But for me, it's just a matter of, you know what? Embrace who you are, be who you are, whether that's in your working environment,
Yeah.
in your private life, in your health. You've got to own it. You've got to say what works for me. It might not work for the next person, but it has to work for you.
Of course.
And that's me in a nutshell. Everything that you tell me not to do, I'm going to go
You're
do
gonna
exactly
get-
that.
You go against the grain.
I'm going to do exactly that. So the next time you want me to do something, tell me what not to do.
Yes.
So-
And that's just having a free spirit, and I mean embracing it and loving it. I think that's the cheekiness that comes with our midlife, isn't it? That you
don't care.
By the way,
You don't care what anybody
yeah.
feels. You don't care what anybody thinks of you. The only person that cares is you.
That's it. And the only person you should be kind of focusing on or caring about, as harsh as it sounds, is you, because I think we have this build up where we taking care of kids and husbands and families and siblings and we don't focus on just the you
You're
part.
pouring from an empty cup then,
That's
right?
it. That's
And we
it.
come from a society of women that our mothers were so blocked up in everything that they do, and then you come out and they're like, this child is just
This
a
is a
problem.
problem
This
child.
is just
Yeah,
a problem
yeah.
of all of them. I know my brother, or if
Yeah.
you speak to my brother, he will still say, problem child.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a problem child.
Exactly.
I am somebody that lives my life the way I choose to live it. And
In
at
your
40,
terms.
we come to the point where the only person that you need to care about is yourself. What you
Yes,
think of you,
yes,
how you think of you, whether somebody doesn't like the way you speak, that's a them problem. But before we turned 40, we were so entrapped in what do people think of us?
That's it.
What are they going to say?
Exactly. And you know, the funny thing, I've actually come across one of these little quotes on some social media platform. I think it was Instagram. But it was like, she's too thin. She's too fat. Oh, she's a mum that mollycoddles. Oh, she's a mum that doesn't really care about her child. Oh, it's a mum that doesn't want. Exactly, you know? And it made me realize that nothing's going to be enough for society. You're never going to be good enough, either or. It's like if you're overweight and you put in that energy and that effort to lose the weight, be proud of that person, but no, she's looking too thin. So there's always judgment.
Right.
But you're right, when you in your 40s, it's they're gonna judge me anyway, but I'm gonna live it my way and own it.
100%. I
Yeah.
think the most important part in all of that and what we've just spoken about is to say, I walk into the gym and I see a person there that's overweight. Before my 30s, because I got caught up in this judgmental part of it, oh, she needs to do some more. You know what? I walk in there and I say, girl, own it.
Yes, of
You
course.
pitched up, and you are here.
Yes.
But guess what? With the body that you have, you are beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay, and as women, we are creating the problem. We're creating the problem where we are judging. And I refuse to be that person. When I went into the veganism, I'm 1.78, 1.79 in height. My weight should be between 68 and 75. I dropped to 60. My entire family judged me on being skinny, but I felt good.
Yes.
I didn't have this weight on me. I didn't have this water. I was on a healing journey that no one else respected. And now when we look at women, tell her she's beautiful. Tell her that
so
ass,
important.
that big ass of yours is fine, girl.
Yes, you rock it.
Rock it and shake it and keep moving.
Absolutely.
We need to uplift each other.
Because you also don't know what that person's going through, and
What
just
is their
having
trauma?
that compliment
What is their trauma?
would make that the entire week or month or year, you know. And it doesn't take so much just to be out of you to just be kind or say a kind word.
But that's how we met.
You know? That's it.
That's exactly how we met, right? I mean,
How's that?
that's exactly
Yes.
how we met.
Yes.
We met.
Wow.
I came to the table, I sat down, you said, I love your earrings, and I thought
But
you were
those
beautiful.
earrings, I mean,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
get you a
those,
pair.
yes,
I'm gonna
those
get you a
earrings,
pair.
that's like a showstopper. I mean,
I
like a
mean-
statement piece. Come on.
But my
Come
thing
on.
was, I looked at you and I thought, what a beautiful woman.
Aw,
That took nothing from me to think you're beautiful.
Exactly.
Every woman around that table was beautiful in their own way, but that's exactly how you and I connected. You were on the other side and I was on this side. We chatted. I got up to come and engage with you and say, "Look, beautiful girl, what do you do?" Right? We had this whole ceremony or whatever that function was, where please go and talk to the person. It was natural with us,
That's it.
and that's
it
what
just
you want,
clicked.
right?
It's absolutely. It just clicked, and gosh, we have
Well, we
so
also,
much
I
in
think
common,
we're both of those two that
Yeah.
go against the grain.
Grain,
So
so-
we
That was
might have
easier.
attracted the energies. Might
Could have
have
been
said,
actually the
"Come,
two naughty girls in
Yeah, we
in
weren't
the
doing
event.
very well
Yeah.
with those cakes. Let's just be honest, right? We're on the time.
No. And you know what? I'm gonna own it. I'm not a baker here. I'm a cook. I can cook. I
Let me
can feed
pop
you,
this.
but just
What's
not
a pop? Yeah, no.
Yeah. But no, it was fun. It was fun. So yeah, we're gonna get into a bit more serious talk. Let me cheers here because we're gonna get into serious talk. So this is gonna need some
Because
wine.
some people might say, you know what you're saying is not true, but that's okay. It's my journey. It's the journey I followed.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you need to. It's my journey, right?
100%. And you know what? This episode today is about your journey. And remember, at TBH, if we do not judge anybody whatsoever, because everyone's different and unique in their own way, and we have to embrace that. We have to embrace that, not judge it. So, taking it back to, can you give me who is Tanya before the initial diagnosis of the big? I know you don't like the word, so I'm going to call it the big C.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Literally a working mum, because I was a mum first before I was anything else.
Of course.
I was a daughter. My mum's rock. I was a wife.
Yeah.
I was a career woman. I was all of those things, and I was juggling all of these pieces, just moving around. I would train like a beast, and I had no care. I didn't realize that tomorrow might not come. Just living my life, you know, doing what I wanted to do, trying to build myself up in this career, trying to be the best mom I can be. But we both know I never think I'm a good mom. I always think that I failed somehow. We, as women, we do it, right? We do it. We can, no matter how much we try and not judge it, we do. So Tanya, before that, was Marilyn's daughter, a very feisty Greek that takes you out, right? And she was Will McGardy's wife at the time, and she was Liam's mum, and she worked for Praveen Gordon, and that was who Tanya was at that point. But Tanya didn't know who Tanya was. Tanya did not know who Tanya was from a child, because Tanya was defined by, if you did good, you were good. If you did not do good, you were not good, right? And come from a family where we're 76 grandchildren. My mom has 11 brothers and sisters. So somewhere you had to fit in, and somewhere you had to be, not even pressure, you were, the lack of a better word, you were suppressed. You weren't allowed an opinion. You weren't allowed to say. Children should be seen and not heard. There was this, you get your sandwich out of the window because there's so many of you. And Tanya started working at 13 years old.
Wow.
Because my dad had an affair. I'm going to be very real about it. Mom was a housewife. He moved us from Durban to Vanderbilt Park. Literally had to go work in a cafe. My brother had to work in a cafe. Mom moved us because her and dad then decided, well, whatever my dad did, we moved to Pretoria into this big city. Because coming from Vanderbilt Park, that was a big city, right? You go to this big city and you're working. My sister had a major car accident at 18. She was in the semi-finals for Miss South Africa, so it was her and my mom that were going to look after us. And she was in a coma for 3 months. The doctor said she'd never walk or talk again. So that trauma from childhood, like all you had to be was what someone else wanted you to be, what your husband needed you to be, what your boss wanted you to be. You were just always trying to gain recognition, right? And the day I found out I had cancer was a journey that even I don't understand. I mean, I was laying in bed with my husband at the time, and he felt my leg. He said, we have a problem here. And I said, what do you mean? And there was this huge lump in my leg. And I was training at the time. I was squatting 120 kgs because I was trying to get my body back on form. So, I need to get to the doctor because you can't play with my training. I need to now go and do this. Get to the doctor. He says,
and I'm sure assuming it's something muscular.
This is what he says to me. Girl, it's fine. You get these fat tissues. I say, okay, fine. When you're removing it? No, we can do it tomorrow. No problem. We're doing this tomorrow. Let's do that. Went in for the surgery. I will never forget it. I had a Nissan. I was still taking my son to work, and I had these stitches here, and I'm driving the manual like this because I've got stitches. So I've got this pillow on because I'm still going to take my son to school. I mean, come on, I'm a mom.
It's some tissue.
I mean, it's just whatever.
It's just fine.
Go back to the doctor. My husband at the time says, must I come with you? No, I'm good. We're going to take stitches out. Why do I need someone to come with me to take stitches out? Walk into the doctor's room, sit down, and he says, so I say to him, okay, how are you? He says, fine, thank you. And you're the 1%. No. I looked at him. I said, of?
Yeah,
what do you the 1% of what? He said, you have cancer. I literally just sat there and looked at him, and I was like, my son was 6 years old. I sat there and I looked at him. I said, I have what now? We don't have that in our family. We don't have, I don't understand what you're saying. He says, but don't worry, my girl. You and I are going to get through this journey. What journey? What are you talking about? I came to remove stitches. I'm here for the stitches. I'm not here for that. Take that back and take out the stitches, so I can get on my life. And he gives me the oncologist details, and he gives me all of the details, and it's like this information overload. And I'm alone because I'm just going to go and remove stitches, literally alone in all of this. And then he said to me, okay, but don't worry, I'll sort you out. I'll see you next week. So I look at him and I say, Doc, the stitches.
So the stitches weren't even removed. Oh, God, how's that?
I've got to remind this doctor to say to him, dude, I came here, I need these stitches removed because I need to go to work. I remember walking out of this doctor's office and standing in the lift and thinking...
I'm sure it never actually sank in.
No, while we were in there.
Yeah.
But as I walked out, I stood at the lift for 10 minutes thinking, did he? Yeah, I have cancer. What the hell? What the hell? And I remember calling my husband at the time and saying to him, baby, you said, yeah, how did it go? No, it's all good. I have cancer. He put the phone down in my ear. Literally put the phone down in my ear. Because we never expected...
Yes.
We didn't.
It wasn't even a thought.
We didn't, right? And then he phones me back. Meet me at the office. I get to the office and him and his brother are there and they're flipping out because what are we doing? What's the next step? But everybody needs to take a calming pill right now. I need to understand what's happening here, right?
Yes.
So we will do what we need to do. Yeah. And he's losing his mind and everybody's losing their mind around them. And I have not even processed the word because that word at 28 years old I was 32, with a 6-year-old, the two didn't match up to me.
And at that age, it's something that, clearly it's not a thought, it's not, you're living your best life, you're getting fat, you're doing the things.
The first time I've ever been consistent in my life in training, and I've been doing it for a year.
And that's the time that now you're diagnosed with this. So, you got to walk us through this whole,
Right, so then we found
because I know, first thing is...
I'm going to die.
Chemotherapy and... Okay.
No, first thing is I'm going to die.
Yes. So especially when you don't know much about it, first thing is,
You
brain just says, right, that's it.
You know nothing.
Yeah.
So doctor says to me, we have to schedule me again because they have to now cut around and make sure they get all of the cancer out of the lymph nodes and. So they have to schedule me for another appointment. So I say, okay, just let me know when that's going to, this is me. Okay, just let me know when that's going to happen. Husband's losing his mind. Mother's losing her mind. Everybody's losing their mind around me. Brother-in-law's getting married at the time. The events manager steps up and says, I'll arrange it, not a problem. Literally took myself and just started in function mode. Let me keep my mind off of this. This is not, and they kept wanting me to go back and they kept wanting me to explain. And that was the point where I decided, I don't have cancer. Not doing this.
Yeah.
Okay? I am not doing this. And all of you need to shut up. Because you're the noise around me.
Yes.
You are the noise around me. You are creating the fear in me. You're not allowing me to process what I need to process. So the way I did it was I started doing things I love. I love events. My brother-in-law was getting married. I'm doing the event. This is happening. I'm going to be doing that. Went for the operation. Found out that there was no other cancer left in the body. And he said, but I think you should be doing chemo because you're young. I think. I said to him, you know what? I trust you. I'm only going to trust you if you tell me why.
Yeah.
Tell me why I need to do this. No, because you're young. I said, no.
That's
scientifically, you're not saying to me that there's no more cancer left. And you're saying to me there's no more cancer, but in case I need to go for chemo. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
If you can tell me I need chemo for the following reasons, that is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Then we realized that obviously everybody has cancer in their body. My cancer cells were more active, right? Which is normal.
Okay.
And then, I literally just decided that the only time that you take control of your life is when you've been served a death sentence. And that's how I did it.
It's like a wake-up call in a sense. Yeah.
Correct. Went for the operation. My husband said, I'm here. I said, you need to go away. Come back when I wake up.
Yeah.
Go away. My mother was losing her mind because it's my child and she's going to die and she's this and she's that.
Natural. It's only natural.
It is.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing when it comes to my son.
Yeah.
But I realized I never needed that. I didn't need all of that around me. I needed to be positive. I needed to keep this alive and I needed to make sure that whatever step I was taking was the step I wanted to take.
Absolutely.
I went through the operation alone. I made sure that I got rid of all of them on their own. You know, everybody, I posted this one then, posted, I wanted to be alone. I'm the type of person when I'm sick, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't come and fiddle with me and don't come and talk to me. I do not need sympathy. I need to heal.
Yes.
And only I can heal me.
And it gives you that time and that space to have your mind settled and focused on the end goal.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Then we had the operation. I couldn't walk for 6 weeks. I never had feeling in that leg for almost 7 years. So if you went for a massage, I don't know if you've ever been for a massage and somebody's rubbing you, you can feel the fingers, but you can't feel the actual feeling. And because I refused the chemo, they said, well, if I'm choosing to die, I said, I'm not choosing to die. I'm choosing to understand better what we're dealing with here. And you telling me just because. You telling me because of my age, this is what I need to do.
So you can just pump yourself up with chemicals. It's actually not necessary, but you know what? Just in case.
Correct.
Just in case.
Correct.
It's not good enough, I think.
And then I think we need to add this to the story is that my journey was much easier because I chose to fight my journey the way we are. But like, I believe you call things to yourself, right? In 2019 during COVID, my husband and I were divorced. But we have a love for each other that we'll always have. His father dies of colon cancer in March. August, mother dies of lung cancer. Never smoked a day in her life. 1st of October, he's diagnosed with colon cancer.
No.
And that's where the switched. Because I was fighting my journey. Now I'm fighting my son's journey and his father's journey. Now everybody's involved. It's not just my life at stake anymore, right? It's everybody's, my entire family's life at stake. What am I going to do? And that's where I went into research. I spoke to people. I did whatever I had to do. And guess what happened with him? Goes to the doctor. They've cut everything out. There's only one lymph node that has a cancer cell. You need 12 chemo and 12 radiology. Why? Because you're young. He goes through the 4 or 5, I think he did 4 chemos. He weighed 130 kgs. He's a bodybuilder, big man, VIP protector, works internationally, has looked after Beyonce and everybody.
Yes.
Just to give you the idea of what this man is, right? The 4th chemo, I'm in Uganda doing international functions. I get home, cannot get him off the bed. Have to get the ambulance out to say, you need to get totally dehydrated from, because what chemo does is, it does not cure you. It kills every positive cell in your body, right? It kills everything.
And I think that's the little point that doctors and oncologists kind of forget to mention.
I don't think they forget. I think they're doing it on purpose, because the medical industry is getting millions. So that little chemo thing that you get cost them 32 rand. They're charging you 24,000. So we're making money. It's become a money-making industry. You're not looking at the fact that you're killing all the good cells. So that was when the natural healing started for me, and the research started for me, and the light bulb. It did when I had it. I started changing my life and charging. But when I realized that my son was going to lose his father, I was like...
Went into overdrive.
As we're protectors. Absolutely. So when it's happening to somebody else...
Then you go into that.
Now I'm going to fix it. But when it's happening to you, I've still got to fix everybody around me. And then me. And that's when the switch went for me. And I just believe that the people you surround yourself with at that point are the people that are going to define whether you're going to live or die. Because, my friend had cancer and he died. My friend had cancer and he died. It plants a seed in your head the entire time. So I alienated myself from my family. I alienated myself from even my own husband at the time. I didn't even want to talk to him because he was constantly worried. He brought this, the man has to worry, and I need to look after my wife, and I need to... But he wasn't realizing he was planting negativity inside of me. So I literally cut everybody off from my life. Mentally, it cut me. I remember looking at my mom, and she's the one person that has been... She's a survivor of life, okay? She's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, what she's gone through in her life, I can never match it. And looking at how I destroyed her, and I blamed myself for the fact that I had hurt her because I had cancer. And as a patient, now you're trying to deal with you, and you're trying to fix the others, and you have this guilt of what have I done to the people around me.
Emotions and questions, and that just plays in your mind, and
I felt like
it truly is a journey.
I felt like I had damaged my family. I had felt like I was in the wrong, and we didn't have this in our family. My mum's father lived till 98. My mum is 76. If you look at her, she looks 60. So now I've ruined the genetics. I have hurt my mum. I have hurt my son. I have hurt my husband. I never asked for it, but I blamed me.
And I think it is, you do go, I mean, okay, I've lost quite a few, I think I have told you, right? Including my mum and stuff. And I think...
And I'm going to drink wine again.
Yes.
It's vegan. It's vegan.
It's vegan, so we're good. I think there is a level of guilt when you are diagnosed that plays on your mind, because you do go through a phase where you've let everyone down, but I think with you, it also transformed you into the fighter that you are. And I see it, that resilience, and, because it can deplete you, or it can wake you up. That's it. And it's brilliant seeing the outcome here with you. And I'm sure that's overflowed onto so many more people, especially seeing you go through what you went through, and strengthening your mind and whatnot. So with that being said, tell us about veganism, because I'm married into a family where I think it's 90% vegetarian and vegan. So I'm quite used to this, even my mum-in-law was vegetarian as well. My kids are not, but we've got gluten and dairy intolerance, so technically, there's so I absolutely see the health benefits of it. But tell me, how was your
Experience.
that's it, your entire experience, and how do you, because I know it's difficult going out for dinners and being in a social environment, and it's not a lot of people that really cater for vegans or vegetarians.
Especially not in KZN.
That's it. I know generally if you're having a dinner and it's like, oh, it's vegetarian, yeah. In our Indian community, vegetable biryani would suffice. Oh, good. No one really goes the extra mile, and we know there's a lot of beautiful dishes, vegan dishes. So please tell us more.
Yeah. So when we started the whole journey of the veganism, how it started was there's a guy that makes the cannabis. So for your body, you need 60 mils of cannabis in a period of 90 days in order for it to start fighting the cancer, right? I'm not talking about CBD, you buy Dischem because it's watered down.
Yes.
You need the THC within your system to start the healing process.
Yes.
And my first call was to him. I said, Paul, I'm lost. And he said to me, take a breath, I got you. Right? And when he said to me, I got you, I understood. He sent me the alkaline diet. So Dr. Sebi, I'm sure you've heard about Dr. Sebi, that was curing all of these people of different HIV. He was curing people of HIV, blood pressure, all of these things. Again, my opinion, my research. I just want everybody to understand that I'm not saying you need to follow my journey.
No,
right?
of course. Yeah.
So Dr. Sebi had cured a person of HIV on an alkaline diet, because every sickness is created in the gut. So everything that you're taking into your body, your body needs to be in an alkaline state. And at that time, I went into the alkaline diet. So I did the chicken, and then we did all these vegetables and everything. And as that journey progressed, I looked at different sites of vegan food. I looked at how veganism works. What is best for your body? Your body needs whole foods. You're not living on vegetables. You need your whole foods. You need your quinoas. You need your buckwheat. You need all of these natural. And as a person that's training, you need protein. So where's protein coming from, right? Yeah. And I don't believe in protein shakes and all of that. Yeah. I started to after a while because I wasn't getting in enough protein. But I do your black beans, your lentils, your chickpeas. And I started investigating all of these things. I watched a documentary on Netflix. It's called What the Health. I don't know if you've seen it.
What is it again?
What the Health.
No, I haven't.
You need to go and watch it, right? So when we were on this alkaline diet, I watched this thing. And because my son came to me, his coach, who is a big coach for, his name's Paul Anthony, but amazing guy that took my son to his ADHD journey where all the teachers were fighting with him, and he just uplifted him. He's just that guy. The man is 72, he looks 50. Really? He trains harder than you and I could ever. You see him come to school on his Vespa with his and he's surfing. He's just that guy.
He's just a dude.
And Liam says to me, my son Liam says to me, Mom, coach, now you think veganism is good, Bubby? Because the coach said so. Mom never said so. Coach said so. Anything Mom says is a lie.
It has
now
to
we
be
need to be vegan. All of us need to be vegan, right? So I went into this thing and I looked at how the meat is being produced. It's not that the meat is bad for you. It's not that chicken is bad for you. 60% of medication is created for animal consumption, not human. 60-40? Are we understanding that there's something wrong? So they're literally injecting these hormones into the animals. Those hormones are coming into your system. Why is this big C word becoming an everyday word? Because when our parents were growing up, they were eating oxtail because that was the cheapest thing to eat. Now you eat oxtail, it's a delicacy, and how much is it costing you, right?
Is oxtail? I mean,
correct. Yeah. So now you're looking at they're trying to farm for the masses. I watched it where these chicken coops, where the chickens were dead in the coops, and the chickens were eating the chickens, and then they were literally injecting the hormones into the chickens to try and cure the chickens so that they're not losing another chicken. They went to the Cancer Association that is on their website. What it says is, you need to eat meat, you need to do this. They kicked them out of their offices. They wouldn't even have a conversation with them. They went to the Heart Association to say, okay, but do you realize what's being injected into these people? And you are promoting this. Kicked out, wouldn't even do the interview, sent them lawyers' letters. Then you look back and say, but if you're promoting this, and you believe in this, and you're kicking somebody else for asking you the facts,
yeah.
Problem?
Yeah.
Seeing the problem?
Yeah.
Then we decided, okay, vegan, we're not going to do, because now we don't even know that chicken or organic is actually natural. We went into the veganism, and then on a Saturday I would still have a lamb chop because I missed it. I mean, I come from eating meat, so it's a journey, right?
Of course.
But then I found that I was carrying water. I found that meat was sitting in my gut for 3 or 4 days. I felt like my stomach had done this. I felt sick. I literally felt like I was lethargic, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't do things.
I understand you with that. That I can absolutely relate. Yeah. And it's just, I know with me, I have iron deficiency. Gosh, forever.
Beetroot,
right? And love beetroot, love it, love spinach and what have you. But when it dips, I literally crave most tastiest medium rare steak.
Yes.
Like it has to look bloody.
Yes.
But then my gut, after like a day or two, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it.
It's good. It is good.
The gut is, So I totally get you with regards to that, as well as with having the organic. Like I've been a firm believer of, even with the kids, organic vegetables. I mean, we were chatting earlier about my little vegetable garden. But how much is actually organic? Because let me tell you.
They're farming it.
Yeah. I've tasted organic from my garden because there's no pesticides or anything in it. And then I've tasted organic from the shop. I even told my husband, no.
And you
paid
pay
that
how much
amount
for organic?
for that, and it doesn't taste like, the butter lettuce that we've grown or the spinach that we've grown. Then it gets you into thinking like, what's actually going on? What's real and what's not? Are we all just getting suckered into the whole organically grown or farmed,
Exactly.
So what are we pushing into our bodies? Because there has to be a reasoning behind the increase of the big C. As the years are going on, it's like, it was so rare years ago. I know when my mum was diagnosed, we were so clueless as to, because it was like, and as you say, you just realize, oh no, it's a death sentence, because you didn't know better, because it was something so rare.
It was something people didn't look at.
Now, there's nobody that I've spoken to that's not been infected or affected
by cancer.
By it.
Yep.
So we've got to get to the crux of everything as to, where's this coming from? What is it? What are we putting into our bodies? Is it something we're putting into our bodies? Is it just, we just a number that's been chosen, right? It's you. What is it? And it's, I guess we'll never really know the absolute answer to that.
No, I think we need to take the power back.
Yeah.
I think we've not taken the power back.
Yeah.
We have not taken the power to say, this is my body, it's my mind, and it's my decision, right? We've become a society of laziness. I would rather quickly drive past the McDonald's or whatever society, whatever's quick, right? Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to just quickly do something. We've not taken the power back, and we only realize that we have a problem when we've been served with a death sentence.
No, absolutely.
And because we're not being served with a death sentence, we're happy to live this life. We're happy to get fat. We're happy to... And fat is not a problem. It's what are you putting in your body, get? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not about the fat. It's about how you're feeling. If you at the weight and you're eating naturally and healthy, how are you feeling?
And that's the thing.
Take back your power.
I think we as women, men, it's not even based on women, we all are in different shapes and sizes, and that's
100%.
Okay. I always say it's like, you look at me and you think, she's fit, she goes to the gym. No, actually, I don't. I feel like I've neglected with work schedules and stuff, neglected being healthy and fit and getting out there and running or walking. But it's a perception that you see, yet you will see someone else who's slightly bigger than me, and you automatically, it's like human nature to think, oh, she's unhealthy. But no, put her on the field with me and she probably might leave me lens. That's it. And I've seen it with a lot of women. Yep. So I think also that misconception of, it's not even a major thing of like, you need to lose weight. You need to be healthy. We need to be healthy. We need to eat healthily. I think that's the main point, in my opinion. I just feel it's so important to, and we're human. We do get schedules and jobs and husbands and kids and whatever, you can't. So, okay, but my family, they have to eat a home cooked meal every day. But we do make a Friday or the weekend as a takeout, you know. But we've over the years made a concerted effort to choose a healthier takeout, you know. But takeout's takeout, you know. You never know how they're preparing it in their kitchen. But there are different options. And as I said, the reality is there are days where you like, there's mums that are, like, I'm sorry, I can't do dinner today. Let's just order a pizza. And it's also okay, but everything in moderation, I think, is the key. Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
But with that, so with our listeners and our viewers, that if there's anyone out there that's actually just being diagnosed, or just heard the big C word, you know, and been through the whole oncology, gone for different opinions and whatever and that's now feeling the pressure of like, no, I need to go for chemo, or I need to do this. What's your advice, being a cancer survivor? What's your advice to them sitting in that situation that you were sitting in when you left your doctor's rooms with the diagnosis?
The first point for me is you need to block out the noise. You have to block out the noise. And you have to sit down and you need to think, what do I want to do? Because everybody comes with their opinion. Everybody comes with what they think is going to be best for you. Everybody comes with a story of who died and who didn't and you know what that does? It creates doubt in your mind, right? So the disease, any disease, not just cancer, starts here. It starts in, if you have decided you are going to die, you're going to. If you have decided you are going to fight, you're going to fight. And if you fight and you still die, that's a battle that you've shown your strength in all of this. The problem is that people are convinced that it's a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. So for me, the first thing, and the sad part is I met somebody about 7 or 8 weeks ago where I found out that he was diagnosed with cancer. Didn't know them, so I didn't want to get too involved in it. And he did pass on. But you could see the battle was in the mind. You could see that, you know what, I've got cancer, I'm dying. You gave up the fight before you even started it, right? Yeah. You gave it up. So for me, when you're going to get the news, it's going to shock you. It is going to make you believe that you are dying, your family's going to be without you. If you've got children, the first thing is what's going to happen to my kids, what's going to happen to my mom, what's going to happen to my family. Go into a quiet room and decide what your path is going to be. And once you have decided what that path is going to be, if that's chemo, that's your choice. Yeah. If it's natural, that's your choice. But you have to decide. And once you have decided, you've got to follow through. And for me, that was, even if I got diagnosed again with cancer, I wasn't going to tell my mum. I told no one. I'm quite capable of going through this journey on my own and coming out on the other end. Not because they don't love me. It's because they love me.
Yes.
That I didn't want them involved in it, because I have a son. Today I heard he's sick. What did I do? What's wrong? What do we do? You know?
It's natural. Natural mum instinct for us to do that.
It's natural for husband. Yes. It's natural for everybody. Yes. But I knew that I was the strong one in all of this, and they all depend on me. Yeah. And because they depend on me, every time something goes wrong with me, it feels like their worlds change. And that was more pressure on me.
Yeah. No, perfect. Lovely. So, I'm just checking on how many questions, because I know we do get carried away with our chats. So I said,
you and I do.
I need to
That's
keep
why you've got the paper.
Hand. Exactly. I need to keep this on
and
hand.
I'm just drinking the wine, so I'm with you.
Yes.
See, my glass is yours is still fine.
I'm gonna keep up with you. I'm gonna keep up with you. I'm gonna have another sip.
And this is vegan, right? It's grapes, fermented.
Yes.
Like kimchi is good for the gut. It's wine, fermented. Yes. So,
guys, wine and midlife go together. Come on.
Wine and anything goes together. Come on.
I mean, really. So, now that...
And I'm loving this wine. Let me just say that whoever supplied, he needs to send me a couple of bottles, because when I have a problem,